This big buck cracker is very healthy, very strong, from Western Europe. I would like to start my bidding at $1,000.
I'll give you $1,500 for him.
Mr. Jackson, you can't keep coming up here trying to buy my product before everybody else.
Really?
Yes.
Well, let me ask him.
I'll give you $1,600 for him.
Oh, well. Seems we have ourselves an auction here.
1,700.
1,800.
1,850.
1,900.
3,000.
Ooh-wee. My cracker worth 3,000? 3,000 going once? Mr. Wayne? Going once? 3,000 going twice? Gather around. Gather.
Shalom, Kol Haloi, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kol Kodash. I want to give double honor to the Apostle, Great Millstone, and the others who will well. Peace and blessing to the elect. Salutation and honor to all you Akim out there that are laboring and that are doing the work in faithful and in truth. And I'm going to tell this video, Esau's future is slavery and death. That's the future of the Edomites, who are the so-called white race today. Now, you see in this video, of course, that was a TV show, that came about a while back. I think it came about maybe 2017, 2018. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it was a TV show that was supposed to come out on television, but Esau got rid of it quick. Esau canceled it out quick, because he was showing his future of what's gonna happen real soon. And you see in this video, they were making bit, on Esau, on the so-called white man, and that's what's gonna happen. It just is like, now he said that what if the walls of slavery were reversed? Well, guess what? Slavery is gonna come. Slavery is gonna happen, but it's not gonna happen to the nation of Israel, but it's gonna happen to Esau. Not only Esau, the so-called white man, but the rest of the other nation who had a hand on putting Israel into slavery. He says here in Revelation 13, verse 9-10, he said, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Didn't Esau, the so-called white man, let the nation of Israel into captivity? Yes, he did. Didn't the Ammonite, the Moabite, the Hamite, and all those other nations who have a hand on putting Israel into slavery let them to captivity? Yes, they did. In those nations that have led the nation of Israel to captivity, their time is going to be Israel's turn to put them into captivity. And they're going to work hard. They're going to work, man, with lashes on their back. That's what's coming for Esau, the so-called white man, and the west of the other nation. He said, he that led into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saint. And that is what the saint is willing for, man. Payback, revenge on Esau, the so-called white man, as well as all the other nation that allied themselves with them, to try to get rid of Israel. Because that's what they will be. That's what they have been trying to do. When you read some of the 33rd chapter, when he said that they have taken crafty counsel, against that headed one, they have said, come, let us cut them out from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembrance. And that's what these devils have been doing, man, for the longest time. That's what they've been doing. They have got other nations to try to ally with those nations to put the nation of Israel down. They have led all these nations, have led us to captivity. They have beaten us down. They have put us to death. Now that time is coming, man, where it's going to be Israel's turn. And the Lord's gonna give Israel the power to do double according to these devils' work, man. And they're gonna pay heavily for what they have done. And then of course you got here in this article, you got here in this article from Atlanta, blackstar.com, and he says here, Uganda President Yoweri Museveni, so I can't pronounce the name, apologized for country's role in apologizes for country role in slavery, untold pain and misery it brought to all of people of African descent. Welcome them back home. Now, you have to be a complete fool if you think that those Hamites are gonna welcome you with open hand. Now that's the person Uganda apologizing for what their ancestors have done to the nation of Israel. For leading us into captivity and against this other nation. But guess what's gonna happen to them? Let's read in Joel, the 3rd chapter. Let's see here. Verse 6. Now they're apologizing, asking for forgiveness. What the Lord's not going to accept that, man. The Lord is going to expect payback, retribution. For what those nations have done to Israel. He said in Joel chapter 3 verse 6, he said the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecian, that ye might remove them far from their borders. You see, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecian, and that's what those goddamn Hamites did. They sold the children of the nation of Israel unto the Grecian, who are the Edomites, who are the so-called white men today, that ye might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of their place where ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. So for what you have done to the nation of Israel, it's not just going to be Esau, but for what you Hamite have done to the nation of Israel, not just you Hamite, but all the other nation. The Lord is about to return all your recompense upon your own head. And he said, now I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah. So the Lord's gonna pay you Hamite a visit, man. And the Lord's gonna do a whole lot worse to you a Hamite, and all the rest of you are the nation. And each and every one of you are gonna be led into captivity, by the hand of Israel. And they should do violently, man, against your nation, man. Israel's gonna terrorize you are the nation, man, and allow you to death too for what you have done. And the Lord said this, that they should do according to my anger and according to my fury. And that's in Ezekiel, the 25th chapter, and in the 14th verse. Correct me if I'm wrong. So payback is coming, man. Retribution is coming for all you nation that had your hand on Israel, man. And we read in Isaiah, the 14th chapter, he says this, Isaiah chapter 14, verse 2, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servant and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressor. So that's slavery. Slavery, man. All you nation very soon are going to be, under captivity at the hand of the nation of Israel. And y'all going to work, man. And y'all going to go through hardcore bondage with whip in your back with no rest. except only for the Sabbath day, the high holy days that you devil can have a little rest. But other than that, after that, you're gonna head right back to work. The Lord said we're gonna meditate terror upon you, devil, man. You devil are going to pay back for everything you have done to the nation of Israel with your blood. No one's gonna be able to escape the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And the Lord's gonna use the nation of Israel as a whipping stick, man, to do damage to you Edomite, especially you Edomite, and to the rest of you other nation out there. You're gonna pay for it. We read in Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. Bear me for a moment. Galatians chapter 6, verse 7, and he says this: "Be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked. Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap." You see? That shall he also reap. And he's known fat, that you devil, man. And I said devil about the so-called white man. He's a known fat man. He have put Israel into so much turmoil, to so much tribulation, So Israel all around the globe for profit. And now they're gonna pay that price. Him and the rest of those other nations. They're all going to pay that price. No one's going to escape the judgment of the Heavenly Father. For whatsoever you all your other nations have soweth, you will surely whip what you soweth. There's no mercy. There's no forgiveness for Esau. There's no mercy. There's no forgiveness for anyone. That time is coming, man, when the Lord is going to come back. And as he said in Revelation the 13th chapter, verse 9, 10, again, and he says, "He that, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that kills with the sword must be killed with the sword." We'll kill those others shall kill this with the sword, therefore we're going to kill them with the sword. Esau is putting us, a lot of us to death, and the time's going to come when we're going to wipe them off from the face of the earth. When you read in Obadiah chapter 1 verse 18, he said there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. Because after they're done, serving their time as slavery here on this earth, we're going to wipe them off the map. As for the other nation, they're going to build our kingdom, and after they're done, we're going to give them their little spot, but they're still going to be served, underneath the nation of Israel. They're still going to serve them for the rest of their life. They're going to serve the nation of Israel for the rest of their life, man. It's coming. Slavery and death is coming. Not only for Esau, but for all the other nations, man. All of you going to serve your judgment. The time is coming where it's going to be Jacob that's going to be on the rise. And Jacob's on the rise right now. And sooner or later, we're going to conquer the whole world. Israel going to conquer the whole world through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And no one will be able to ever overthrow Israel ever again. Thus says Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So with that, I'm going to say, Kol Halor Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Wakar, Gadash. And I want to give double honor to the apostle, great millstone, and the others who rule well. Peace and blessing to the elect. Salutation and honor to all you Akim out there that are laboring and that are doing the work in faithful and in truth. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.